For generations, thousands of bioluminescent fireflies provided the energy for the flora to bloom. This summer, the light flickered out. The habitat entered a state of total darkness. Milo, a resident rabbit, tracked the change. He searched the familiar brush for hours, eventually finding a single struggling firefly, the only one left in the valley. The old owl confirmed the danger. These fireflies are the primary pollinators for the glowing trees. If they remain missing, the trees will wither, and the entire food chain will collapse by the first frost. Milo realized that restoring the firefly population was the only way to prevent the total decay of his home. Milo used the last firefly as a guide. He mapped its flight path, hoping the creature's instinct to find its swarm would reveal where the others had gone. He gathered reports from a squirrel, a turtle, and a fox. All three described the same event. The fireflies didn't leave gradually. They were seemingly pulled toward the mountains in a single night. These testimonies formed a clear path. Every trail of missing light converged on the Forbidden Mountains. The soft, mossy floor of the woods gives way to jagged stone. The environment becomes cold and sterile as the forest is left behind. The forest's vital energy is being siphoned away and concentrated here, far from the creatures that depend on it. Inside a hidden cavern, Milo found the source of the siphoning. Thousands of fireflies were trapped within geometric crystal cages, their collective glow reflecting off the cold stone walls. Shadowbeak, a giant crow, stood over the collection. He sat at the center of this massive horde, watching the lights pulse behind the glass. Shadowbeak had been collecting the fireflies because he feared the dark. He believed that keeping all the light for himself was the only way to stay safe forever. Restoring the balance would mean confronting Shadowbeak and breaking his hold on the forest's energy. Milo didn't attack. Instead, he stepped into the light of the cages and asked the crow why he needed so much of it. "Are you really afraid?" he asked. Shadowbeak looked away. He spoke about his time as a fledgling, left in an empty nest for days. He remembered the silence of the dark as the only thing that greeted him, and he had vowed that he would never let the shadows reach him again. The trapped fireflies were never about power or control. They were simply about fear. The giant mountain of cages was just his way of drowning out the painful memory of being abandoned. The obstacle isn't Shadowbeak's strength, it's the fact that he feels unsafe. Milo invited the crow back to the valley, promising that he wouldn't have to face the night by himself. Given a place in the community, the need for the walls began to fade. Shadowbeak forcefully shattered the crystal cages. He watched as the energy he had guarded for months finally moved. Millions of fireflies streamed out of the cave, returning to the forest canopy and restoring the glow to the trees. The owl observed that light increases in value when it moves through a network. By sharing the resource, the forest became brighter than Shadowbeak's cave could ever have been. Security came when Shadowbeak stopped building walls and joined the circle of animals below. The darkness was finally gone.